Welcome back after spring break. This is Corner Booth Sports, episode 6. Today we're going to be ranking everything that's happened in free agency because in the week and a half that we've been off, there's been a ton of stuff happening. So boys, where are we starting off?
Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals. Start off with the Arizona Cardinals. They made some interesting moves. Most notably, they did let Kyler Murray look for a trade, but he'll come up with the Vikings later. Some notable moves that they made. Hashtag Pittsburgh Steelers legend Isaac Sulumalu signed a 3-year deal with them for $31.5 million. They got wide receiver Kendrick Bourne for 2 years, $10 million. Gardner Minshew coming off a scary ACL tear. I did quotes if you guys didn't see.
Thank you.
For 1 year, $5.75 million. And is there any other important ones that you guys want me to highlight?
Falcons running back Tyler Algier. I feel that's important because James Conner's coming off that broken ankle.
They signed him 2 years, $12.25 million, up to $16.25 million. So what do we think about this, guys?
Well, you can't forget about who they lost, obviously. They've lost Michael Carter, another backup running back who was there. Zay Jones, their third-string wide receiver. And Calais Campbell, obviously, is retiring. So, key departures there, but I think they replaced him very well with what they signed.
Yeah, I think Algier was a good backup for Bijan in those times, and I think he could finally show that he's a starting running back and he could start for any team in the NFL. So, with James Conner out, yeah, I think Algier is going to be pretty good for the Cardinals as long as their O-line can block for him. And, yeah, but I think he'll have a decent year with the Cardinals.
Do you think Algier is going to be like Steelers legend Kenneth Gainwell, hidden behind such good well, think of it like this. No. Kenneth Gainwell was hidden behind Saquon.
That was true.
And then came to the Steelers and absolutely thrived.
And then we let go of him.
Yeah, well, yes.
Well,
we gave the same offer.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Algier, yeah, I could see him being a Kenneth Gainwell type, like finally showing his talent after sitting behind Bijan. But I don't think he'll have a good of year as Kenneth Gainwell did with Pittsburgh, but he definitely will still fit in well with the Cardinals. Like I said, as long as their O-line can block for him, they will be fine.
And it depends on how long it takes to James Conner return and if he'll lose a step. He's 31, coming off a second major injury. It all depends on if he's still a running back one or not.
Yeah.
But overall, for the Cardinals, give them like a C, C+.
I was going to say pretty mid.
Pretty mid signings. Bolstered up your O-line a little bit. Got a running back. You just have your question at quarterback, and your defense still hasn't really improved.
Yeah, because right now you're looking at Jacoby Brissett and or Gardner Minshew. So.
Or Arch Manning next year.
Oh, that's right, because they probably will draft the quarterback in the draft.
Heard it here first, folks.
Arch Manning's 2027. Let's see. I have to wait another year.
No, he's 2026. Is his junior year.
Yeah, he has to play his junior year.
Arch is next year.
Yeah, that'll be next year.
I thought you were talking about this year.
We're talking about this season.
We're talking about.
I know. I said next year.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like this.
Like literal.
I thought you meant they were going to have Arch Manning for next year.
No. I'm literally saying by year.
Yeah, because Arch could have went, but he wouldn't have been a high draft pick. So going back was a good decision for him.
No.
Anyway, next.
Next up, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is some of their key departures, real quick. They cut quarterback Kirk Cousins. Obviously, Tyler Algier went to the Cardinals. Darnell Mooney left. He went to the Giants. We'll get to that later. And they also lost Ronnie Harrison and both their punter and their kicker to the Dolphins. Falcons have a new head coach coming in, two-time coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski. So let's get into who they signed to start their new regime.
You want to go ahead and do it? We can just go down the line.
Go down the line.
Their biggest signing so far has been wide receiver Jahan Dotson. They also signed Austin Hooper, tight end, which I'm pretty sure he played for them before, making a return to Atlanta. They signed edge Cameron Thomas, QB Tua Tagovailoa, which we'll get into deeper, and a few other names whose deal we cannot see.
You forgot about the Nick Folk, one of the oldest kickers in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Falcons did have kicking problems with
Younghoe Koo. Holy cow, he's so bad.
And then
he's on the Giants now, right?
Yeah,
he got released mid-season, right?
Yeah,
because he rolled the clip, but he had that one clip where like was like first game of the year, I think, right? Or like close,
Yep.
like at the beginning of the season where he kicked the ground first and didn't even get to kick the ball or something like that.
Yeah, he is.
And don't forget, they also franchise tagged Kyle Pitts.
Who's finally coming into his own because he was like a big meme at one point, and he had that really good game last year where he just went off.
Yeah, whoever had him in fantasy for that game, like,
Had 50 points.
Oh my gosh, I saw so many people take him first overall.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Here we go.
Speaking on Young Goku, like he was so terrible. Like a
If-
few years ago, he was like
One of the best
One of the
kickers.
best kickers.
Yeah, he was one of the
And
best.
last year he had a
All time's
terrible year,
crazy,
so they kind of replaced him. Got a new kicker with Folk, and also a new punter, Jake Bailey. As Jake said, they lost their punter and kicker to the Dolphins. So
But yeah, and they also brought in Alamani Zacchaeus. He was the good wide receiver 3 for the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought he did pretty good. But he's coming back to Atlanta. He's been here before, so I'm interested to see how that plays out. Especially with Tua starting off the first half of the season, with Michael Penix coming back from that ACL.
2 lefties on the QB depth chart is insane. Both kind of play similar to each other.
Don't forget, Dylan Gabriel is going to be traded there within
Yeah,
a
bro.
month.
I wouldn't be
If-
shocked, honestly.
If they have 3 left-handed quarterbacks on the same roster, that'd be insane. But I don't know. You don't really. Do you get an upgrade from Tua or from Penix to Tua? Like, is that even a big upgrade? Like, I know they needed a quarterback to begin the season because obviously they got rid of Kirk, and then bringing him in. I think I would rather bring in Kyler Murray than Tua, to be honest.
That is
But-
true. That is really true. But you have a up and coming, quotes again, if you can't see it, quarterback, because you saw Kirk his first year, was not the best. You throw in a person like Penix, who has a really good end to a team that was not doing good. Then you have the best way to put a mediocre season with an all-star running back. So I can't, I'm trying to think of another team like that, like CMC with the 49ers. You can have a quarterback like Brock Purdy, but you can have a running back to outshine him. So I feel like that's what we're really seeing now with the Falcons. I'm interested to see the quarterback battle.
And you can't forget they have Drake London, Kyle Pitts,
They do
all
have
guys.
Drake London.
And Kirk Cousins was getting them the ball at the end of the season there. It's interesting. I know they didn't want to pay him and, all his cap hits and stuff. So they had to release him. But honestly, he put you on a 5-game win streak at the end of the season. I would have just kept rolling with him. I get you're getting Tua on $1.3 million, but I would rather have Kirk than Tua. But
What are we thinking overall?
Kirk's also about to be 40 years old.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I don't know how I feel
Atlanta,
about
I don't really like it.
Falcons.
They didn't really go out and get anything big, but
C minus.
D plus C minus range for me.
Next.
Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to start with who they've lost because this is a very long list. Obviously, the Max Crosby trading away 2 first-round picks and then signing him to a $100 million deal just for them to back out 2 days later screwed up all their offseason plans. They couldn't re-sign any of their free agents. It was insane. So this list that they lost, it's going to be a while. So first of all, they lost their backup running back, Keaton Mitchell, to the Chargers. He proved to be a very good 1-2 punch with Derrick Henry. Patrick Ricard went to the Giants, reuniting himself with John Harbaugh. DeAndre Hopkins, they haven't re-signed yet. Could be retiring. Who knows? Isaiah Likely also went to reunite with John Harbaugh. We obviously saw this coming when they signed Mark Andrews at the end of the season, middle of the season there. They lost Daniel Falele. That's actually pretty good. He was awful at football. Kyle Van Noy, still a free agent. He hasn't re-signed anywhere.
He's old.
They lost David Ojabo, their second-round pick, 3-4 years ago now, from Michigan. Tyler Linderbaum obviously going to the Raiders. And Draymond Jones signed with the Patriots. And they also lost their punter, reuniting him with with John Harbaugh and the Giants. And they lost Elihu Gilman, who they traded for at the deadline. He goes and signs with the Chiefs. And that's a very long. Yeah, the list is longer, but those are just the honorable mentions. Like, those are the ones worth mentioning.
And poor Lamar is still there struggling.
Yep. And they re-signed Chidobe Awuzie to a 1-year, $5 million guaranteed. He's most known for falling over on that Calvin Austin stick-and-go route. They re-signed Tyler Huntley. And then they brought in, obviously the big one, Trey Hendrickson after the Crosby deal fell through. They signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million contract. but he's 31.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting these
they overpaid.
AFC North to AFC North trades and signings and stuff. I mean, other than Trey Hendrickson, not really anything big for the Ravens. Obviously, their free agency grade is going to be down a little bit because they've lost so much and could have got one of the best edge rushers in the league, but settled in for Trey Hendrickson because what was it? They couldn't. He
His
didn't
medical.
pass it. He didn't pass his physical.
Yeah, they didn't like what they saw in his physical.
So they still went with another edge rusher and Trey. It was kind of like a not last minute signing. It was like a
It was the first one on day 2. I know that for
yeah.
sure.
I'm trying to think of the word. It was like a
To me, it
like a
wasn't.
grenade signing. You know what I mean? Like they knew they lost Max Crosby, so they went with their first resort in another edge rusher in Trey Hendrickson, who's still solid, but he's like you said, he's old.
He's older, hasn't really played. He sat out, 2 seasons ago. This season was played like 7 games, I believe. Just really hasn't played much football recently. But if he could still produce at that level he was, I think they'll be fine. But Trey Hendrickson doesn't know how to play against the Steelers, so I don't have to worry about that. And they also replaced Daniel Falele with John Simpson on a 3-year, $30 million deal. I do like that a lot for them because, like I said, Daniel Falele might have been the worst football player I have ever seen in my life.
Hey, you can't forget about the guy that plays for the Seahawks.
Anthony Bradford.
Yeah,
but no, Falele was worse. It was bad. He was on the ground.
They're both
I
terrible.
watched a nickel corner blitz against Daniel Falele, and he got a sack on him.
Once again, they're both terrible.
Yeah.
With the thing with Max Crosby, the way I've personally taken it is I saw a video and it made so much sense to me. What they said is in the first day they dropped 11 people, correct?
Yeah.
But on that, like the day before, they signed Max Crosby.
Yep.
What I believe happened is they were giving up. What did they give up, Jake?
2 first-round picks and $106.5 million.
That's exactly what they were giving up, correct?
Yep. And I think almost 3/4 of that was guaranteed.
I feel that they saw Max Crosby, they went for it, they got him. That's what they wanted to do. But when they saw how many people they lost and what they had to regain, they need those 2 first-round picks. So I think they nitpicked at Max Crosby's need to find the most minute issue, and then that's why they grenade signed Trey Hendrickson. It was just so they can have a first-round pick this year because they need to start rebuilding something that they've lost. Because, like we said, 11 notable names, but that doesn't leave out the other 4 or 5 that were being signed. So I give the Ravens an absolute F of an entire year so far.
I give him a D-F. Yeah.
Lost your star tight end, losing everybody. Bam Adebayo. Damn, that was really bad.
Yeah, I'm 83.
Alrighty.
The next day.
This is another very long list of people that have been lost. We're on to the Buffalo Bills now. Bear with me. This is a very long list, and they were all starters. So, except this first one. They have lost so far Mitchell Trubisky, their backup quarterback.
No.
Reggie Gilman, their fullback. Brandon Cooks, they can re-sign, which I would like to see them re-sign him.
He's going to retire.
Gabe Davis, unsigned. Curtis Samuel, unsigned. They lost David Edwards to the Saints. Ryan Van Denmark. Joey Bosa still unsigned. AJ Epinesa, so both your starting edge rushers gone. Daquan Jones, Larry Ogunjobi, Jordan Phillips. That's half of their D-line rotation right there. They lost Matt Milano, Shaq Thompson, Dane Johnson. They traded Taron Johnson, Cam Lewis, Tre'Davious White, DeMar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, Darnell Savage, Jordan Poyer, and Matt Prater.
What?
All of those players were damn near starters except DeMar Hamlin and Cam Lewis. But you look at what they've lost for their Super Bowl window,
Missing
and
a
if
lot
you
of
look at what
keys.
they've signed, which I'll let you guys get into, yeah, Allen's never getting that ring ever. Would you like to mention the signings and re-signers?
Sure. So the Bills, obviously the most notable one, traded for DJ Moore. I think we already went over that with the Bears. And then they signed Bradley Chubb, coming from Miami, who was getting older, but he's still, or did we say he was pretty young?
He was still 30.
He was like kind of in the middle.
He's 30, yeah. He's
But Bradley Chubb's still a decent edge rusher. D. Alford, cornerback. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's always hit or miss with the teams he's on. Kyle Allen from the Texans.
Pittsburgh Steelers legend.
Oh no, did he come from Pittsburgh or did he come from
No, he
Houston?
he bounced around.
No,
Yeah,
he came from the Lions.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh wow, he was on. Okay,
It's
and
my
then
brother's favorite
and then
player.
Newcastle's own Geno Stone.
Ooh, he's not that good at football either. Ooh.
Yeah, he was bouncing around the AFC North with the Bengals and the Ravens,
Ravens, yep.
and then now he's on the Bills. And then they retained Connor McGovern, Dawson Knox, which is huge for them. I'm not even going to pronounce this dude's name.
Mitch
Mitch
Wishnowsky.
Wishnowsky.
And then this fell through because he signed a deal. That fell through. The Ryan Van Denmark because he's gone now.
Obviously, the pieces they signed doesn't fulfill the pieces that they lost or haven't even re-signed yet. Besides Bradley Chubb and DJ Moore being the two most notable ones.
I like the Connor McGovern signing. They got it done before Tyler Linderbaum got that absolute payday by the Raiders, which messed up probably
Lindenbaum.
that center market's going to be ruined for a little. We'll see later next year because they gave a center $80 million just about. So I like that Buffalo got that done with early rather than waiting. But the thing about the Bradley Chubb signing is they do this. They bring in their older edge rushers. They brought in Von Miller 3 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody to play next to him. Then Von Miller left. They brought in Joey Bosa. No one to play next to him, older edge rusher. Now they're bringing in Bradley Chubb, older edge rusher, nobody next to him. If anything, I think they should re-sign Joey Bosa and put him next to Bradley Chubb because that's been Buffalo's issue. They don't have two edge rushers.
Now you
they
got
don't.
two old edge rushers on the line. Yeah, I don't know. Then I don't even know if Geno Stone's going to play.
Probably not because I think Gardner Johnson's going to play over him.
What does a first-round draft pick look like from them this year?
They got pick 29.
Yeah, they're very late in the
Yeah, no, but like, what is it? What do you think? What position?
I would have said wide receiver, but they got DJ Moore. They're
gotta
got to
be-
go defense.
Got to be defense or offensive line, but I would go defense.
Defense, it could
because
be a linebacker. It could be
They
both.
lost a lot, and they're struggling to pick up pieces, and the pieces that they are picking up are like older dudes. So they need a good young one. Maybe they could find a rough or diamond in the rough in the draft. But yeah,
what
only
they
time
do.
will tell.
Yeah, they gave
they
up
do
a second round pick for a DJ Moore and a stacked wide receiver class. I wouldn't have done it. They should have done what Denver did at the deadline, which was we'll get into Denver and what they did. I don't want to give it away yet.
Coming up soon.
But Buffalo should have made that trade at the deadline. Let's just say that.
I love how it says traded for DJ Moore via the Bills.
Yeah. But yeah, I give them a D plus.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills. If you're trying to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen, good
This doesn't
luck.
cut it.
Good
This-
luck,
This
brother.
doesn't cut it.
Last year was their best chance, bro.
Like
They
I
were-
said,
It was.
It was
you couldn't
their
do it last
best
year
chance.
with no Burrow, Jackson, or Mahomes. They're not going to do it. In the
Yeah.
It was the same thing with the Ravens too. If the Ravens, that was their like kind of not last chance, but like they're in the same boat as the Bills. Like that was their last chance to win a Super Bowl. Now everyone's gone, and they're kind of like not in their rebuild era, but it's going to come to a point where they're going to be in a rebuild era. Maybe not so much the Bills, but Ravens. Oof, good luck to you, Lamar. I'm sorry, man.
He'll be
Next.
a Miami Dolphin. 2 years, give or take, like I keep saying.
This year will determine on if he comes back or he leaves.
Oh, 100%.
Alrighty. Well,
One of the biggest winners.
One of my biggest winners, exactly. One of my favorite. They didn't lose too much. The two most notable ones are Andy Dalton and Rico Downwell. He's coming to Pittsburgh.
Downwell.
Down low, Dowdle. 'cause he's
Rico
keeping
Downwell.
up.
Rico Downlow.
They lost a few, backup offensive linemen, rotational guys. They're linebackers, but they absolutely killed it with who they signed.
Kenny Pickett, baby.
Kenny Pickett,
Super Bowl
exactly.
champ.
Super Bowl champion.
Browns legend.
Steelers legend.
Steelers legend.
Soon to be
Philly-
Raiders legend.
Yeah, Raiders legend. Soon to be
Phillies
Panthers.
legend.
Philly legend.
Good grief, he's been everywhere under the sun.
But
in 4
their
years.
big signing is edge rusher Jalen Phillips to a 4-year, $120 million.
He's solid.
His first 2 seasons in Miami were injury riddled. This year he got traded to the Eagles at the
He's gonna be
deadline.
Solid, yeah.
Was very good for the Eagles. Carolina had him, they viewed him as the best free agent available, and they went out and gave him the highest paid money for a free agent that wasn't a quarterback. So they went out, did what they wanted to do, and on top of that, they signed linebacker Devin Lloyd to 3 years, $45 million. I love that move as
yeah.
well.
That was a great sign.
They went out everybody said after that playoff loss to the Rams, we need to improve on the defensive side of the ball. And Dave Canales and them went out and did just that. And also, I think they're going to draft a corner in the first round to really improve that defense. And Carolina's scary. The NFC South is wide open, and I think Carolina just took it.
Yeah, I have no complaints coming off a team that I was really hoping for or pushing for last year in the playoffs. Yeah, just a great, like Jake said, I don't really see one bad signing. I wish they would have picked up a cornerback. That is true. Someone even at like a 1 year, $6 million, $7 million sign.
Well, they re-signed their guys, their corners,
Yeah.
but they'll definitely draft one. I do like John Mechie. I thought he was going to be very solid player in this league. Hasn't really carved a spot out yet for himself, but because he had that leukemia his rookie year or whatever it was, some form of cancer.
Yeah.
Came back, beat it, got traded to the Eagles, and then traded to the Jets. I hope to see him find his footing in Carolina, but, I like it for depth. If you can't get him on the field, still like it.
I think they're the third or fourth best free agency team.
Yep.
And Bryce Young and McMillan are only going to get better too.
Yeah.
So.
And they also re-signed J.C. Horn. What was
Oh,
that?
that's
Was
true.
that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so
I'm giving him an A-.
And the good luck's only going to go up too because Kenny Pickett is a good luck charm.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Two glove Kenny.
But yeah, I'm giving him an
Super Bowl
A- here.
champion.
I don't know about you guys, but giving him an A.
I'm fine with A-.
I'm giving A-, A++, 1,000.
Alrighty, our next team. Anybody want to start this one off?
I'll be the honorary
Okay,
Chicago Bears
yep.
fan like usual.
Here, do you want who they lost
his
then?
girlfriend.
Pass
Oh.
that down to him.
My girlfriend is a
girlfriend.
holy.
We'll let you do this one.
crapola. Okay.
They lost a lot. Yeah.
They
My
did
fault,
lose a
Vivian.
lot. We're going to go from starting to the bottom. Running back, Travis
I hope so.
Homer. Wide receiver, DJ Moore. Wide receiver, Devin Duvernay. Wide
Devin
receiver,
Devin Duvernay.
Duvernay.
he doesn't know ball.
We should do a
guys.
spelling bee.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Tight end, Durham Smith. Offensive guard, Ryan Bates. Center, Drew Dalman. Edge, Dominic Robinson. Edge, Joe Tyron Shaniqua. That one's crazy.
You don't have to say all their names. Just do their valuable starters. That's what I've been
let's
doing.
get to the big ones then.
Because they get
Jaquan
really.
Brisker, safety. Kevin Byard, safety. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, safety. And then Jonathan Owen, safety.
And DJ Moore, obviously.
I said DJ
Oh,
Moore
you
first.
did? Okay.
Brisker B, baby.
That was the first one.
Sorry, I started texting.
After a killer year that the Bears had last year.
And their center retired. I don't know if that's
Center-
on there.
Their center did
I don't
retire.
know if that was on
One
the
of
list.
the first things to happen before free agency. They lost a lot. Coming off of a hot season. It ended really
Yeah, Drew
sad,
Dahlman,
but-
that's on here.
But they did have some good signings, with one filling in one of the 4 safety slots that they lost, being Kobe Bryant to a 3-year, $40 million. This one I did not like at all whatsoever. Linebacker Devin Bush, 3 years, $30 million.
He's old and
I don't know.
He
He's
had
old
a
and bummy.
comeback year
I
last
was
year.
gonna
He came back last year.
And
I
he's
don't-
from the University of Michigan, so he's a bum.
He's a Steelers legend.
He sucked with Pittsburgh.
That's
All right,
the problem. I had a
next.
phone
He
call
got
with
hurt.
him.
That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
My
Just
dad-
like every other Steelers defensive
My
player.
dad gave him the phone
R.I.P.
and he
Ryan
talked to me on the
Shazier,
phone
man.
for 20 minutes. That was
Ryan Shazier is the biggest what if in
No,
NFL
seriously.
history.
I'm not going to say anything. But they also signed wide receiver / kick returner Khalif Raymond, defensive back Cam Lewis,
That
offensive
was a good
tackle.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm fine with that. Defensive tackle Neville Gallimore, 2 years, $12 million. Offensive tackle Jedrick Willis Jr. and edge
Contavious Street.
Contavious Street, which
Caldwell
is not
Pope.
out.
And then they traded for Garrett Bradbury.
They did. Via the Bears.
They
That's
traded
it.
for an offensive coordinator.
No, that's who he went to. I think he came from the,
This is the Bears, you idiot.
was it the Lions?
Something
No, it
like
wasn't
that.
the
I don't
Lions.
know.
Shoot, where did he come from?
Case Keenum.
Yeah, they retained a few guys. Braxton Jones, offensive tackle. DeMarco Jackson, linebacker. Case Keenum, quarterback. Edge, Daniel Hardy, and cornerback Jalen Jones. I like that they retained Jalen Jones. He was pretty good last season, and that's, yeah.
The only thing is with grading them is we have to go off ratio.
Yeah, they lost so many defensive players.
And you can have a killer draft coming up, yes, like we've seen
is
with what
true.
you guys are doing or what the Bears have done, like using a bunch of rookies. under Johnson
know.
in his first year. So
Ben Johnson, baby.
you can only hope and see what's going to happen with him soon.
Yeah, lost one of their biggest receiving threats in DJ Moore, obviously, too.
But now you're showing you have full trust in Rome Odunze and Luther Burden. Excuse me, not
Luther
Borden.
Burn is so nice.
He's nice.
Roman
So they
Odunze is
got-
a new number one in Chicago,
Got
baby.
Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland, too, as receiving threats, who had both of them had really good years.
Colston Loveland was a
He was a
dog.
dog in the off season, or not off season, postseason. Sorry.
But what are we thinking? I'm fine with like a C minus.
I'll grade them in the middle just
I'm
because of
good
how
with
much
just
they
a
lost.
solid C,
Yeah.
maybe
I
a
was
C.
thinking a C.
I'm C minus C-ish.
And
I'm
they
gonna
didn't
go
really
C.
sign anyone crazy. I mean, Kobe Bryant was a great signing, but yeah, for how much they
Yeah,
lost.
coming off a championship team, played a big part in our defense.
Do we even have to look at this next?
Yeah,
team?
here's someone who didn't make really
They
any.
didn't
moves.
make
Shout
any
out Parker
because
Paul Columbia.
They have no money left.
Shout out
Um,
Parker. What's his name?
but-
Parker Paul.
Paul Columbia. Triple
Yep.
P's.
But at least they realized they had an issue on the defensive side of the ball, and they used what very little money they have to do it. But I'm going to go over some key departures. Obviously, you lost Noah Fant. He was honestly, I would have liked you guys to cut Mike Gesicki and sign Noah Fant to a team-friendly deal. Mike Gesicki really hasn't done much, and he gets paid way too much. You lost Dalton Reisner. You lost Lucas Patrick, Joe Flacco. Trey Hendrickson's obviously went to the Ravens, as we said. Joseph Osai went to the Jets. Cam Taylor-Britt, one of your better corners, is gone. And Geno Stone, we said went to the Bills, but he was awful, so it doesn't really matter. But you went in, and these are the players you signed.
F.
Edge rusher, boy, Mafe, 3 years, $60 million. Brian Cook, safety, 3 years, $42.5 million. D tackle Jonathan Allen, 2 years, $28 million. And then quarterback, good lord, who are you? Josh Johnson, 1 year.
Been on every team.
I think this is his 22nd
Josh
year.
Johnson is so buns, he doesn't even have a dollar sign next to his name on this list. It's just 1 year. And then
League
they got brought back offense guard Dalton Risner, which you already said.
Oh, I did say that he would go
1 year
but
up
they
to
wouldn't.
$5 million.
Yep. But, yeah.
Lost Hendrickson, picked up Mafe. I don't know
Cook's
much.
pretty good.
Don't know much about him, but yeah. Jonathan Allen, my boy.
C plus, B
Alabama
minus.
legend, baby.
Oh, I'm saying I give him an F.
C plus, B minus.
You can't really give him an F just because I mean they still made moves, but
Where's your protection for Burrow?
In the draft.
I know that's going to happen, but
the
they could have
Bengals
done
are just
something.
slowly falling apart. They went to the Super Bowl after they lost that Super Bowl in Burrow's first or second year. They just crumbled ever since that loss,
You're using half your money on 2 wide receivers, which
obviously are keeping them in the race in the playoffs, even though they didn't make the playoffs. But Joe Burrow, with a fully healthy Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they'll be fine.
It's like our flag football team, all offense, no defense.
What do you know about our flag football team, Sam?
Two interceptions. And Trey had 4 flags pulled last night.
Okay.
And I had I
Jamie
definitely
had more touchdowns than most of you guys.
I know. I also
Who?
Jamie.
I had one pass deflected, one
three.
kid
Shout out Jamie Flock. I sat next to her for 2 days
Hey.
because
All right,
Nick left
come
me
on.
stranded.
I had 2 pass deflections and I absolutely leveled a kid.
Hey guys.
Mike, that flag football coming soon.
Coming soon. I'm gonna say some swear
No,
words.
it's not.
Cleveland
Yes, it is.
Browns, baby.
Cleveland Brown. This is a. I should have brought some water. This is a mouthful.
Browns suck.
This is who they lost: Jerome Ford, David Njoku, Jack Conklin, Cam Robinson, Joel Patino, Wyatt Teller, Shelby Harris, Jerome Baker, Devin Bush, Rayshon Jenkins, and Martin Emerson.
Rick Pitino taking us.
All starters on the offensive line at some point in time. Your tight end, David Njoku, but you have Harold Fannin Jr. Running back, Jerome Ford. I would have liked to bring him back because
he's mid.
Judkins' leg's still broken.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
And
that.
your defensive line, linebacker core took a very big hit. You lost 3 linebackers and a defensive lineman. But, yeah, you lost way too many players. That's all I gotta say.
Cleveland won't be a team in the next 5 years, as they also just wanted to extend how far you can trade in the NFL from 3 years to 5 years. They're the first team to ask for this type of extension throughout the league.
No,
Just a Bumming organization.
Now the question is, do they go and stay with Shador and Dylan Gabriel, or do they go into, I guess, or do they bring back Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson?
Watson's still there,
Yeah,
yeah.
never mind.
Still
I've
there.
completely
Yeah,
forgot about him. He is so irrelevant. Holy.
But they did get the guard I
Still
would have
paying
liked the
him hella
Steelers
money,
to sign. They signed Zion Johnson to a 3-year, $49.5 million deal. Signed center Elkin Jenkins to a 2-year, $24 million. So when they did lose linemen, they replaced them with somewhat better offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Quincy Williams, 2 years up to $17 million. Low-key got benched on the Jets this year.
Yeah.
So I don't really like that, especially when you lost Devin Bush. But you did manage to re-sign
porque-
Ronnie Hickman.
But you also still have the rookie phenom Carson Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Did you look at me when you said that, when you said his name?
They
Was it because
re-signed
of our
their they
blueprint
re-signed their best player and Borquez, the punter,
club? He was their best.
best player.
But yeah, you got Todd Monken coming in as your head coach. You lost your defensive coordinator. Remember, he doesn't want to work for you guys anymore. Myles Garrett is
Getting
speeding
tickets.
ticket, yeah. And Deshaun Watson has not stopped getting massages. So overall, D plus,
It's going to be the Browns. It's always going to be the
D plus
Browns.
for me.
I disagree, Jake. They're a bumming organization.
Kobe Durant.
Alrighty. The Dallas Cowboys didn't really lose too much here.
They retained.
They retained a lot. They re-signed a lot. But
Oh, baby.
here's who they got rid of. They got rid of Miles Sanders, Jalen
Hell
Tolbert,
of a season.
Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler, O.C. Oduga Chuzua. That looks about
nice.
right. They traded away Solomon Thomas. Kenneth Murray, he wasn't that good at football. He was awful. Logan Wilson's retiring. He wasn't that good at football, but you did trade for him at the deadline. Donovan Wilson, your safety. You lost a lot in your defense, but your defense wasn't that good this year. I don't think it matters. Obviously, the trenches were a big area to improve upon, and that's what Jerry Jones did. He traded for Rashawn Gary. They have Kenny Clark.
Quincy Williams. Quinnen.
Quentin Williams obviously was your big trade at the deadline as well. And I think you'll just draft another player at linebacker, probably Sonny Styles. And I think you'll be okay there's still rumors, that before it was the Ravens, the Cowboys wanted Max Crosby.
First and a second, right?
Yeah, did you
Yeah.
say they offered a first and a
Yeah,
second? They were not
but
gonna have.
the doctor that failed Max Crosby was the Cowboys doctor, was the guy the Cowboys used the most.
Wow.
Did he fail him so
On
they get
purpose.
a pick later at the deadline? If Max Crosby becomes a Cowboy, let's just say the trenches were emphasized, built upon, and that's
Fishy.
exactly
That's
what
all
they
I'm going
want.
to say. This Max Crosby thing is just all fishy.
But they managed to sign Kobe Durant, Jalen Thompson, O.T. Ogubina, and
Sam Howell. can't leave
Commanders
him out.
legend.
Commanders legend. Giants legends for 3 weeks.
yeah. And then they re-signed George Pickens with the franchise tag.
Sad.
Good one.
Brandon Aubrey, they're still working a deal, but he has a tag on him, and just some depth pieces after that. But
bums, yeah.
I give him a B.
I was going to say B.
Give him a B.
Can't complain much on a team who did pretty good last year. And
They just had a horrible defense,
Like
and
usual.
They cleaned house, and
It's like Swiss cheese.
They're rebuilding their defensive line through free agency. If Max Crosby becomes a Cowboy at any point in time, I think they'll focus drafting a linebacker, put him next to Overshoon, and you go and draft a corner. So
Yep.
put him next to Darren Bland. So I think Cowboys are looking pretty bright.
Unfortunately.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Believe
Yeah,
it.
Don't do it
anything to add
again.
about that?
What the?
Not
Yeah,
really.
anything
I
else?
think
George
you
Pickens.
covered-
We'll talk about him.
Come back.
Hopefully he gets a deal after next season. The season he had last year got him a franchise tag of $27.298 million. But I feel like he deserves a contract extension of 4 years, 3 years, and hopefully he gets it after the season.
Point out.
Alrighty. What brings you to
On to the Denver Broncos, guys.
Up until last Wednesday, it would've been
Broncos
ass.
only getting better.
Well, they only lost one player that's worth it mentioning, Dre Greenlaw and John Franklin Myers. They did re-sign J.K. Dobbins They did resign Alex Singleton. They lost. A bunch of guys left. They kept some guys that were important to the team.
They also resigned Adam Troutman.
But
Honestly, legend J.K. Dobbins too.
can't forget
A little Jordan
trade-
Humphrey.
the little Jordan Humphrey.
But, yeah.
Can't forget about the big trade they made. Called Miami Dolphins on a random Monday and they said, "Hey, we want Jalen Waddle," and all they gave up was pick 29 and a fourth round swap, and a third round pick. They didn't give up a lot for a player that's a proven wide receiver in this league on a
Speedster, baby.
on a relatively cheap deal. Runs the most beautiful routes I've seen. Jalen Waddle is a Denver Bronco.
It's the piece that they
Waddle
needed.
It's the piece that they
Cortland
needed.
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton.
Yep. But honestly,
do
I
you
can,
rank
see,
that duo?
I can see Sutton getting traded, honestly. His contract, he's their third highest paid player against
their
the cap.
second?
Nick Benito and Zach Allen.
Yeah.
If
Bo Nix is still on.
A rookie deal,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dang,
So
okay.
this is their window. I think
if
the
Bo
Denver's
Nix
open a window.
doesn't get hurt, they win that game and they go to the Super Bowl.
They do.
Yep, absolutely. But that's
Not
a
the
big,
bummy
big-
Pats.
it was a pretty mid draft for them. Jalen Waddle, we'll rank the Jalen Waddle trade A plus. Free agency wise C.
I was gonna say if up until last Wednesday, if it was free agency, they would have gotten F for me.
Exactly.
Flat
They
out.
they've made no moves.
To my butt.
It literally says no moves were made because they haven't updated this.
So
for the
TBD.
trade. Yeah.
determined.
To be determined. The Lions.
Lions not much really.
I know they
Lions
lost a lot,
Sonic and Knuckles, we already saw that in the short. Played
but
the
then they
clip.
signed Pacheco.
They didn't lose.
Oh yeah,
They
freaking
just lost
Pacheco.
Knuckles.
Pacheco stinks.
I don't like the signing of Pacheco.
He got replaced.
Alrighty.
He got replaced by a 50-year-old Kareem Hunt.
All right. Truthfully
He was
though,
also hurt.
who wants to hear what they lost?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Me.
Kyle Allen, David Montgomery, Khalif Raymond, Anthony Frisker, Dan Skipper, Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, Tyler Cullen, Marcus Davenport, Joshua Pascal, DJ Reader, Alex Alonso, Zach Cunningham, Avante Maddox, Arthur Millette, Jalen Mills, Amik Robertson, Daniel Thomas. All of these players have started for them at a point in time because at one point they were backups. The starters got hurt. So 4 out of the 5 guys I named on their offensive line were starters.
Yeah.
Dan Skipper, baby.
And look at who they replaced them with.
Whole
Nobody.
bunch of nothing.
Just a bunch of nothing.
Tyler Conklin, my boy.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater?
Oh my gosh, high school coach legend, paying for his students to do what they want, but they don't like
How
that
do you
in
feel
Florida.
about that? Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Not to get off
Oh,
topic,
him
but like,
him getting like
Yeah.
flamed and like getting
Teddy
fired or
Bridgewater,
something.
like he basically like couldn't.
Oh,
he
as the
couldn't-
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed that law for him, though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did win
they
that.
just
Good.
did.
Good. What a amount of applause to Teddy Bridgewater. What a great man.
What a guy.
We have him coming on the Patreon actually next week.
Yeah. But
we don't have a
Subscribe
Patreon.
to the Patreon.
Heard it here first.
I give them an F. I'm giving
Yeah,
Detroit an F.
bro,
they didn't do anything.
the biggest piece is Isaiah Pacheco, and he is so buns. Like I said, he's getting
Yep.
replaced by a 50-year-old Kareem Hunt. Yeah,
2 years ago, you are the talk of the NFL.
and now you're getting replaced by Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
The next year, you are a mid-team. You showed true colors after you lose offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. And I don't think their future looks bright for an upcoming season like
And he
this.
got replaced by a Super Bowl MVP,
That is true. That is
But-
true.
which we'll get into later.
Yeah, I'd give Detroit an F, honestly. Green Bay. This one isn't really
Yeah,
that much
still
of
nothing
a mouthful.
crazy here.
They did lose a big piece, though.
They did lose Malik Willis. We'll talk about him later.
What?
They lost Emmanuel Wilson.
Big piece.
They lost Romeo Dobbs, Rasheed Walker, Elton Jenkins. Obviously, I said that Rashawn Gary was traded to the Cowboys.
talking about Dobbs?
They lost Quay Walker. We'll talk about later. Nate Hobbs. And obviously Trayvon Diggs, who never really played a snap. He played
Trayvon
two
Diggs
snaps.
is so
He played
bunched.
2 snaps with them. He played 2 snaps for Green Bay. But Green Bay went out and they re-signed most of the players that they needed to. Sean Rayhan.
Yeah,
They traded for Zaire Franklin.
I love this trade. Zaire Franklin was like he was a pretty good linebacker for the Colts. He led the league in tackles. He was very sound technical football player.
And then they went out and they signed former Steeler, Viking, Super Bowl winner, Eagle, Javon Hargrave. I think that's a very good signing.
Yeah.
He bolsters your trenches. He can pass rush very well from the interior. Then they signed Benjamin St. Juste. This guy's horrible. I remember him playing for the Commanders. This guy was awful.
We're just crapping on everybody.
He was
today.
horrible. Green Bay, you get a B from me.
Yeah, losing Rashawn Gary, and then obviously Sam's thinks he's the best player of all time. Romeo Dobbs, Guardian Cap legend.
Maybe they got a
Time
C
out,
plus
time
when
out.
I read this.
I don't
they
see
lost.
Malik Willis as a huge loss. You are paying Jordan Love a crap
No one
ton.
said he was a huge loss.
That's what Jake said first.
He's one of the biggest loss. Yeah, because he's a
He was a
bigger
big loss.
He's a bigger name. Is
Bro,
what we're
when he
trying to
played,
say.
when he played in those 4 games, he had 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I can see it, but
And he's their
do you
backup.
guys really want to know the reason why I'm sitting back on this?
Why?
Because we took a effing backup quarterback over him in the first round when we should have possibly drafted him now if he's balling out.
Yeah, but now he's somewhere where he should be. So.
I met him
Not
once.
the Pittsburgh Steelers, though. It's fine. We'll have
I met
but
Malik
he's,
Willis.
he's,
Hashtag
living,
Ohio
he's
State
gonna be living
legend,
life in the
Ohio
South,
State.
so it's okay.
I met Malik Willis.
South Beach, baby.
At Liberty.
305.
I went
Vice
for a
City.
visit- I went for a visit. I wasn't there to play sports, but I ended up in like their athletic field house just on accident because I was touring by myself a little bit. I got off script.
Malik Willis.
And he was in there training
Where'd
because
he
he was
go to
getting ready for the
college?
combine.
Liberty. That's
Yeah,
right, Liberty.
and he was getting ready for the combine, so I met with him. Got to talk to him. Very nice guy.
All right, next, nothing very big for the Packers. Here's a decent one just because of one name, even though he got traded.
David Montgomery?
All right, well, we got the Texans here. We got Reed Blankenship coming from, what, the Eagles?
The Eagles.
3 years,
safety.
$24 million. O-line, Braden Smith, not to be confused with Purdue point guard Braden Smith. We got
No one cares about him.
defensive.
He did just break the all-time assist
That's what I'm
record.
saying, yeah. Even though he's been in college for 6 years, really 4 years, but it seems like he's been forever. Anyway, Logan Hall, Dominique Robinson, edge rusher, Jay Como, Evan Brown, Foster, whatever, Wyatt Teller.
Wyatt Teller, that's a good one.
Just getting down like the itty bitty or nitty gritty. Traded for running back David Montgomery, obviously from the Lions, breaking up him and Jahmyr Gibbs. And then they got their punter from the Saints. Not even going to pronounce his name. I guess Kai Kroger. And then they got back Danielle Hunter,
Danielle
The
Hunter.
Nail Hunter.
Danielle Saint, then Yenyao, you know what I mean.
Great,
Or that's
great edge
spelled
rusher.
out Danielle.
Dalton Schultz, good retainer.
I don't like that pick, actually.
Dalton Schultz?
As a re-sign, they haven't solidified him for the next at least 2 or
Still
3
got
years.
CJ Stroud thrown to him, mind you.
Okay.
Who's still a solid quarterback. He just had a terrible showing.
They
in the postseason.
re-signed their kicker, Kayami Fairburn, who is
Very good kicker. He was
Yeah.
very
Really good kicker.
yeah,
Naquan
Pick him up in
Jones,
fantasy.
D tackle. I remember hearing that name. I don't remember why. But it was
Sheldon Rankins, big guy in the trenches, solidified
always.
the trenches.
Trent Brown, I like that offensive tackle. Good depth piece. Very good player though. Overall, Houston getting it done. Re-signing depth pieces on their D line.
They got their running back.
They got their running back in David Montgomery.
Yeah, because they released what?
Woody Marks, Joe Mixon were the 2 last year.
And
Joe
then
Mixon got hurt.
they also had Nick Chubb, who didn't really play much.
And they got and they signed Reed Blankenship for the Eagles. That's the big one at safety because they lost Jimmy
And their
Ward.
defense only gets better, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, number one defense.
B
in the
plus for
NFL.
me. I don't want to give them an A because it was nothing flashy, but B plus, A, keeping it to your depth minimum. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Agreed.
their defense is insane.
And
we
the-
saw it in the Steelers game.
The Colts.
Colts, not much here. Just re-signed their 2 biggest pieces.
They did lose safety Nick Cross.
Oh, that is true.
Corner
They did.
Mike
I
Hilton.
forgot about Nick
Jermaine
Cross.
Pratt, Zaire Franklin, some defensive linemen, depth pieces. They lost Quiddy Payne, their edge rusher.
Quiddy Payne.
They lost. I don't want to talk about him yet. I want to save that for later.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about who they lost, but because I'm happy.
We all know who
We don't know who it is though. And we're
We all know who they lost. Coming from 4 Steelers fans, we all know who they lost.
Alrighty. They just went out and signed some more defensive linemen. They built up their defense. I like seeing that because they had one of the poorer ranked defenses at the end of the year there. Now this is where it gets interesting because this is who they went out and they re-signed Alec Pierce to a 4-year, $116 million deal. Everybody's saying holy overpay, but apparently he took a discount to
He
stay.
did, yeah.
He took a
Yeah,
discount to
he
stay
did.
there, which is
He didn't really want to leave. He just wanted what he was worth.
yeah, exactly. But they said New England offered like 128.
Something like
Commanders offered 130. It was insane. that the money he was getting, but
Well, yeah. Well, coming from a guy that only had like 40 catches last year and still
he
almost
averaged 26, or I think it was like 21.6 yards per catch. It was insane.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he surpassed 1,000 yards. He was like close.
Close, very close.
He had like 960 or 970
Yep.
or something like that. So coming from a guy that only had 40 catches, almost 1,000 yards, he's very productive. I want to see how he's going to be as the number one guy. Obviously, they had Michael Pittman.
I wasn't gonna say the name.
Oh yeah, we were saying.
I'm gonna be corny and say you guys are missing the biggest loss ever. Phil Rivers.
Phil Rivers back to
taking-
retirement.
Philip Rivers.
Have to wait 13 million years to get back in the Hall of Fame.
He did it so he has 5.
He
more
did it
years
so he
of
could guarantee
eligibility
himself
on
in
him.
Well,
Five
he
years.
also did it because obviously his
Expecting
food stamps are
another
running out
kid.
for his 18 kids, so he had to come back and get a little
Free
paycheck.
insurance, Riley Leonard, you Notre Dame legend, hurt me.
All
being
right,
injured.
see, yeah, move on. If we're talking about Riley Leonard, we could just move on.
Listen here,
Hey, he had
yeah,
three.
They lost the
three
first round of
touchdowns.
And who did they lose to in the national championship?
TCU.
He had,
Wait.
Wait, what?
he had 4 touchdowns in his debut against the Texans, only 6 incomplete passes and 2 interceptions.
Overall,
They re-signed
Good to see.
their 2 biggest pieces, so that's gotta
I'm gonna wait.
go for
I'm not
something.
gonna give them a ranking because I want to see what happens with Anthony Richardson. Because they
He
could.
sucks.
Here's the thing: they could get a piece. They can get a 3rd round pick out of him.
I think he's getting a 4th or a 5th. I don't think.
Where's
he's
Joe
getting no
Milton
third.
at? Cowboys.
Justin Fields didn't even.
Cowboys.
Justin Fields didn't even get a 3rd round pick. He got a 6th round pick.
They got him for dirt cheap. You
And
know that.
you don't think Anthony
You could
Richardson?
get- bro,
Anthony
you could
Richardson's
get
getting a
just-
3rd?
You could get Anthony. You could get Joe or Justin Fields for a piece of candy. You could get him for a penny, bro.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
why doesn't the Steelers go?
You could
down
get him
again?
for my belly button lint, and the trade would still go through. No disrespect to Anthony
We
Richardson.
didn't
I,
even- we
I
didn't
like
even-
Anthony Richardson.
We didn't even
Roll the Anthony Richardson Florida highlights. We will not.
and roll his NFL highlights.
Put up a picture of George Pickens.
No, don't do that. R.I.P.
Oh, I thought he said Kenny Pickett.
All right,
That guy really sucks.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. They went out and they got him paid 2-year, $88 million. He won't even play till about a quarter
Yeah.
into the season
He
off that
he pushed
Achilles.
that
Riley
injury.
Leonard.
He
But
pushed that injury way
his,
too.
his agent's the real MVP. That's all I got to say.
Holy,
They've gotten that man paid.
44 million per year.
They were the team last
I mean,
year.
they have no 1st round picks because they traded for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going all in, and it's showing that they're like, screw it, we have nothing to do.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the
move on.
next.
I give them a C. That's very mid.
Yeah, I gave him a C as well.
Jacksonville,
not much here.
They didn't do anything. They just re-signed 3 players.
Say it and move on.
BTJ. They
They lost Travis Etienne though.
Oh, to the Saints.
Oh!
Devin,
Yeah.
they lost
About
Devin
that.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
They're a
Lloyd.
linebacker, obviously. They
Lady
lost
Gaga.
Greg Newsome. They lost Manny Brown. D.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Just D.
This-
Honestly, F. I give
This
Jacksonville.
next one pisses me off. Mahomes gets hurt. They have a crappy season. They get a really good 1st round pick, and they get a MVP Super Bowl
And
running
then they get.
back.
Don't forget they traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams, so
And
they
they
got
traded
another
Trent-
1st round pick. They have 2 1st round picks,
And they got Travis Kelsey
and,
back.
and they go and get Travis Kelsey at
and
the time.
6'8" Tyquan Thornton.
Yes, but also now that Travis Kelsey signed that 3-year, $50 million extension, I don't like that anymore. I like the 1-year, $12 million deal. I do not like a 3-year, $54 million.
You got
deal.
Kenneth Walker.
Well,
and
you have
Kareem
to think
Hunt
like,
back.
if he retires after this year, then they're perfectly
So when is Mahomes gonna be playing? Not until mid-season, right?
Week 6 or 7.
Yeah, mid.
I'm not-
Mid-season. So who is their quarterback?
Justin Fields.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
That's
They traded for
right.
Fields.
That's right.
We literally talked about this, Nicholas.
I know.
In therapy last week.
Could you imagine if Justin Fields takes them?
I'm not gonna lie, I can see it. Like
No, I
this is-
cannot. I cannot see it happen.
I think
whatsoever.
Mendoza's going to light up the Chiefs.
Mendoza's coming in being the greatest quarterback.
I cannot wait for this NFL season.
El Mendoza Glaze. He doesn't know you.
Ty Simpson's a bomb. Wow! That's for the OnlyFans.
So we got Kenneth Walker. He's going to the Chiefs. Alohi Gilman, which I
The
like
owner
at
of that guy,
safety.
I found out.
But the Chiefs
We're just having some fun.
lost so much, though.
They
too.
did lose
This
hella.
is what they lost.
But they
Chiefs
but
get an F. They
but
are
the
the
Chiefs
Boston Celtics
the
of the
Chiefs are
NFL.
still more solidified than half the team.
Would you like to hear who they lost?
Roster.
Would
Half
you like
the
to hear
league.
who they lost?
Yes, please.
Kareem Hunt has not been re-signed. Isaiah Pacheco
really?
to the Lions. I didn't even know Damian Pierce was on the Chiefs, but he's gone. They lost Marquise Brown to the Eagles.
Damian
Juju
Priest.
Smith, still a free agent. They cut Jawan Taylor.
Juju.
Charles Amalu's
They're
gone.
signing Claypool.
They lost Leo Chanel,
see that video?
linebacker. They lost Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, Deion Bush, Brian Cook, Mike Edwards. all starting players
But
on
they're
their
still
defense.
a solidified. They're still better than half the roster, and they're
Yeah.
not even or roster. I keep saying roster, half the league, and they're missing their star quarterback, bro. They still got a decent quarterback in return. It's just when you go watch, this always happens. You play for the Jets, you go to a different team, and you thrive. That's what's going to happen with Justin Fields.
I think
Yeah, that is what
Then
happened
why
to
did he
Sam
stay with
Darnold.
the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Didn't get a shot because we put an 80-year-old Russell
Russell
Wilson
Wilson
over
out
him.
there. I'm still mad about that.
And then we were bringing Rodgers in anyway, so
We're a
obviously.
bummy organization.
Like if we, oh my, I'm,
Yo,
I
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna
wanna-
lie. Like,
yeah, I don't
Art
wanna
really
get-
needs to get the what is that?
I don't know what he's doing. And he didn't even choose me to go to the.
Hey, shout out Con
He
Artist.
didn't even choose me. He didn't even choose me to go to the Steelers summit.
Yeah.
Me and Sam to go to the
Ohio
Steelers
State,
summit.
you're gonna have
Screw,
to
screw
leave
Art
that
Rooney.
out.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Restart. Do a fresh restart.
Connor Hayward, I hate you.
Raiders. This
I'll
is
never forgive
this is
you.
who they've lost. All right, stay
Nope.
with me now. They have lost Kenny Pickett to the Panthers.
Star quarterback.
They cut. Excuse me. They traded Geno Smith to the Jets for a 7th-round pick.
Trash.
Raheem Mostert, free agent. He's 32 years old and he's a running back. He's not going anywhere.
Raheem Mostert.
Tyler Lockett, old as shit.
Mustard.
Alex Kappa, offensive guard.
Sigma.
Jamal Adams. Forgot he was on the Raiders this year.
Wait, is that the guy who was like, they cut me? They cut me.
Yeah,
that
he's-
one video of
That's
the
Amari
Jets.
Cooper.
Landon Roberts, Devin White. They lost all their linebackers. Terrell Edmonds. I didn't even know he was on that team. Wait, Daniel Carlson's gone?
Who?
Yeah.
Their kicker. I didn't know that.
Matt Gay.
No, but obviously that's who they lost. They traded for Terrion Johnson, one of the greatest nickel corners
I know.
in the league currently. They went out and they signed Linderbaum to it was an overpay, yes, but they're showing that they're going to invest in Mendoza. They signed Kwity Paye as their edge rusher.
Mendoza.
Sit down. That's
Sit
what
down.
you're saying.
Number one. Number
They
one.
signed
Number one
not
forward,
only
man.
not only did they sign Quay Walker, they signed Kobe Dean, reuniting
Georgia boys.
the Georgia boys, and
Georgia.
they're two very great linebackers in this league. They signed
Bro, so
Ja-
happy you draw this line back.
they
Jalen
signed
Naylor.
Jalen Naylor,
Oh, Vikings
Matt
legend.
Gay, and then we
my
also
God.
they also
That
re-signed
sucks.
Eric Stokes to a 3-year, $30 million deal. I like that. He's a great player, and also we can't forget Max Crosby's returning to the Raiders. So, giving the Raiders an A plus.
And they're getting Mendoza.
Yeah, giving them an A plus.
This,
And they still have second-year Ashton Genty.
Exactly.
Behind
And
this new
Brock
offensive line.
Bowers.
Brock Powers,
Oh my.
they could be dangerous
A
next
plus.
year.
Raiders A plus. I love
think-
what they did. I
I'm
love
going to
it.
say this right now. They're number 1 or 2 in my eyes for the
For free agency, yeah. Oh yeah.
There's
I have-
only a close second. And
I got-
us 4 know who
I
exactly.
got-
it
I
is.
And people are saying we
I
got worse.
I got someone in the 1. I got Raiders in the 2. Panthers in the 3.
Yep.
And my free
We
agency.
still have
winners.
15 teams left.
Holy shoot.
Let's try to pick Charlie Kirk. Let's try.
All right.
Let's try to pick like the teams that are.
Chargers, they retained a lot of players, but they signed little to nobody.
Keaton Mitchell,
They
Charlie
lost.
Kohler, Alec Ingold.
Everybody they lost, they can still re-sign.
They retain him way more.
Chargers get a C.
Khalil Mack's still in the league. Good God.
The Rams, they went out. They got Jalen Watson. They got Trent McDuffie, the 2 Chiefs cornerbacks.
Matt Cardona.
Everybody
They re-signed Cam Curl.
and everybody knew that their secondary was a liability. They changed the narrative. I give the Rams a B plus, A minus.
I was going to say
B.
for what they did, I would give it a B plus because they are a phenomenal team.
And they
as
still
we
have
saw.
Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, Matt
You
Stafford.
want to like go to a
plus.
redneck meeting?
All right.
Puka Nacua still could be.
Miami
worked on getting
Dolphins,
a
they lost everybody. They signed a bunch of bums except Malik Willis. Miami Dolphins, D plus,
Jalen Tolbert.
D minus.
Yeah, I won't
Jalen
lie to
Tolbert was
you.
pretty good. He was pretty good for the Cowboys.
Cowboys, but
Decent. I'm not gonna say pretty good. He was
but
okay.
they get a D minus because they traded away Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill cut, Tua gone. The new era in Miami. I don't
Yeah,
like
they're
this.
setting Malik Willis up for failure.
Yeah, they're
Hey, he got paid,
No,
so.
yeah.
67,
so
67.
All right, bro.
D minus Miami Dolphins keeps
right.
He gets to
running.
show his talent. And then we got
Yeah.
Lizzo's team, the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings signed Kyler Murray. So
James Pierre.
James Pierre.
James Pierre from the Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Steelers.
Very inconsistent player until this season,
Wait, which
where he
one?
showed out. James Pierre.
Okay, just making sure.
Until he showed out this year. But we got younger in signing Jamel Dean, which I'll get into later. Brought in James Pierre's gone. Minnesota Vikings, C plus.
Very curious to see how Kyler Murray does.
Yes, C plus for me.
Throwing to Jay Jettis.
Stephon Diggs will be a Minnesota Viking by the end of the week.
Patriots, they got Romeo Dobbs, Olivera Tucker, Draymond Jones, Kevin Byard. I love what the Patriots did.
KJ Britt.
KJ Britt.
Romeo Dobbs fits this wide receiver core next
So
to
well.
Kayshon Boutte, my boy.
Tommy DeVito?
Keyshawn Butte.
and they
Booty.
retained Auburn. So
And then lost,
I'm
obviously, it's Diggs.
giving the Patriots a B plus.
B.
B plus.
B plus, yeah.
I was thinking
They're not
B.
going to be back in the playoffs next year. You heard it here first.
Yes, they
Saints.
will.
The Saints lost a ton of players. I remember they had to cut like Cam Jordan, all those guys.
They still had a great
No
year, though.
font.
They signed
No,
Travis
Font.
Etienne, 4 year,
That's probably the
$52 million.
biggest one.
I think that's an overpay. I like David Edwards signing, investing in the trenches for Shuck, investing in him offensive player wise.
Yeah.
16.
And they also
C-
sind Noah Fant.
C plus, C.
Who getting shucked tonight's
I was
going
going
to
to
get
say,
better.
Shuck, like, I think he attracted
The
a lot of
Giants
guys in.
were making. Oh yeah, he'll be fine.
Ooh, the Giants.
The
made a
Giants
lot
were
of
making moves, and I want to talk
Make a
about.
Number
move,
three,
make a
let's just
move,
say-
make $1 million moves.
Number 3 on my list.
They retained
Gunnar Rush,
a lot
really?
of players. Isaiah Hodgins, Gunnar
That's a
Olszewski.
lot of dudes.
They re-signed a lot of players.
Evan Neal playing for the league minimum this year.
They
Whoa,
signed.
whoa, they signed someone, right, and he's not even guaranteed any money.
Yeah, it's Evan Neal.
Yeah,
Okay,
Evan
I thought
Neal.
so.
They signed Isaiah Likely. They signed Tremaine Edwards. They signed Greg Newsom. They signed Patrick Ricard. They signed Calvin Austin. They signed Darnell Mooney. They signed Jason Sanders. They signed Elijah Campbell.
I'm
They
not gonna
signed
lie.
Jason Pinnock.
I know we're not trying to take a lot of time, but that wide receiver core,
It's going to be disgusting.
yeah.
It's young.
Malik Neighbors coming back.
Malik Neighbors, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin. You
Isaiah
got a
Hodgins.
speedster in the slot.
Darius
You have a deep-
Slayton, I think, because Wanda
Yeah, Slayton's still there.
Robinson
Slayton is still
went
there.
left, and they got Slayton back.
Yep.
And then they got Jackson Dart thrown to them.
And they also have Isaiah
Scatterboo.
Likely, a tight end.
Isaiah
Scatterboo.
Likely.
And
They need
Scatterboo.
And they
Another
could
running back.
and they could draft Jeremiah Love at 5.
They need another running
Tyron
back.
Tracy's fine with it for them.
Yeah.
I see them investing in a young, like, it's going to
No,
be John
I-
Harbaugh, an old guy, investing
I don't
in a ton
know,
of
bro.
young
With
guys.
Scatterboo coming back, Tyron Tracy's a good secondary guy next to Scott. I think they'll be fine.
I think Jeremiah
And Jackson Dart can scramble too. They're fine.
A minus for me.
They're my 3rd overall.
Giants
Third
and
overall.
Raiders getting better. I
Jets.
like it.
They went out and traded for Minka, but they traded for Geno Smith.
Oh, I forgot
They're
they
holding
traded
Brees
for
Hall
Minka.
hostage.
They signed a ton.
They're signing him.
They signed Joseph Asai,
Demar
Demario
Davis, really?
Dylan Parham. They signed good players, but it's the Jets.
It's the Jets.
And
But their
whoever-
signings, being the Jets.
Yeah, Minka's gonna get worse. Geno Smith back with the Jets.
Fuck.
He's
Gonna,
also getting old.
he's gonna
We're gonna
be.
have to
Oh,
Ty
Yeah,
Simpson's
I
falling
am.
to them.
My bad.
No, you're
Geno
fine.
Smith is just that bad.
And whoever gets traded or whoever gets drafted to
Who's
the
their
Jets,
backup
good
last
luck.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor,
And I
yeah.
don't know if he's still on the roster.
Good luck to whoever gets drafted to the Jets. I would root my stock just to get traded after the Jets.
And they
Anyway,
traded away
to the Jets.
Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, bad.
Yeah, good luck.
Eagles, they lost a ton.
They did.
They
yeah.
lost us.
And unfortunately, they still have Jalen Hurts as their
But
quarterback.
then they out here and they went and signed Reek Wolin, Hollywood
Speedster.
Brown, and Jordan, and they
Another
re-signed Jordan
speedster.
Davis.
Hollywood Brown. Ooh.
Speedster on offense and defense, baby.
Hollywood Brown and AJ Brown. Even
I
though
don't know.
AJ Brown
It's
might.
so hard. They lost so much.
That's exhausting.
See,
Hey, they racked up in the
Mm.
trenches though. Shout out Jordan
The
Davis.
thing with the Eagles, though, they don't need to make many moves. That's the thing.
yeah,
They still have a
because
solid.
you know they're going to draft well.
Yeah.
So they don't need to make
yeah.
crazy splashes in free agency unless they trade
Cooper
AJ Brown.
DeJean and Nicky Bella.
You can
We made it.
Here we go.
All right, we only lost.
Number one.
In my eyes.
In my eyes.
We had 3 key departures: Solomon, James Pierre, and Kenneth Gainwell, and we replaced all of them
Yes.
with Jamel Dean, 3-year, $36.5 million.
Sleeper. People
Him
are sleeping
and
on him.
JPJ will lock down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jamar Chase, you a bum. I'm gonna call you out right now. You a bum.
Jalen Ramsey moving back to safety. Love it.
Yep.
Finally.
No, he's actually going to nickel because we signed Jaquan Brisker.
And we don't have to.
We're not there yet.
And we don't
And
have to.
Darnell Savage.
And we don't have to drop Pat Queen in the coverage anymore.
We
Thank
re-signed
God.
Cam Johnson, the punter that broke his leg against the
And then
Falcons.
got rid of him and got him
I
back.
love the Asante Samuel Jr. re-signing. I love the Cam Hayward re-signing. I love the Sebastian Joseph Day signing.
Come.
He's great.
Come.
He's a great rotational D line, and he plays great at the DN position.
Oh, Rico Dowdle.
Rico
I cannot
Dowdle.
wait to have you on my team.
And we didn't even talk about Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh, 2 wide receiver ones.
Six
I love
round
it.
swap.
You know-
So we swapped picks with him. We got to pick back to take him, and then we signed him to a 3-year, $59 million deal.
We're happy now,
awesome.
We still have a problem with our quarterback
Aaron Rodgers came
situation.
back.
Will Howard.
I wouldn't mind Aaron Rodgers coming back and throwing to
Fudge,
Pittman
no.
and Metcalf.
Nope.
I gotta get my Pittman jersey on order now.
Nope,
getting
I'm
my,
getting Dowdle.
And
I'm getting my
Dowdle.
Jamel Dean jersey. Screw you guys.
I'm
I'm
doing
getting
Dowdle,
Brisker. He's from Pittsburgh.
From the Berg.
I'll
I'm
get
not gonna be
Brisker.
What high school did you go to? Where did you go?
Gateway.
He went to Gateway.
Gateway? Okay.
I'll get Brisker, Dowdle, and Pittman, bro. Let's go.
Alrighty, I'm hyped.
We're
A plus.
changing- nope, I can't.
A
And
plus.
Connor Hayward's gone. Thank you.
A plus for me. Alrighty.
That's us being biased.
This
though,
is-
but,
That is us
like,
being biased.
This is
yeah.
this is the
This is
fourth-
this surprised me.
This
I'm not gonna lie.
was insane. They lost a lot of guys, but they still are in. They still have Brandon Ayuk on the roster. If they have him by June 1st, he gets $60 million, even though he hasn't shown up.
and speeding
The Trent
passer.
Williams is going to get paid like $70 million here soon if they don't get rid of him. They're in cap hell right now, and it's coming to bite them soon. They didn't retain anybody too important. The big move they made was Mike Evans.
And
I
Nate
love it.
I like the Nate Hop signing, cornerback.
I
Came
do.
from the Raiders, I think.
But
And you got Debo still.
Mike Evans and
Oh no, they don't.
no, they don't. He's a commander.
Good lord,
He's been there.
I'm 2 years behind, fellas. I thought he came from the Commanders.
I think
I'm-
Mike Evans could still fight to be a wide receiver one in this team, on this league. He's getting paid $60 million. But again, the Trent Williams, the Brandon Ayuk thing, they have to start clearing cap. Free agency, D+. It's honestly a D. It's just the 49ers.
For the 49ers, yeah, mid.
Alrighty. Seattle Seahawks.
They also lost a lot.
They lost a lot, but they retained a lot. They extended Jackson
At what
Smith and
cost?
Jigba. They re-signed Rashid Shaheed. They re-signed Josh Jobe, Jake Bobo, Drake Thomas. That was about it. But they lost Reek Woolen, obviously.
Kobe Bryant,
Kobe Bryant,
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. Who else? They lost a few others on their defense.
Hey,
Did they lose Draymond Jones?
Yeah.
They did. I can't remember. Here, let me go pull up my list again.
People are
there
coming.
are hella bodies coming in.
Ooh, we might be hogging the. We might have to wrap this up soon. Let me just see who they lost real quick. Seattle's at the bottom.
It's
They're coming in.
Okay, that's all they lost.
They're
All right,
coming in.
all right, we gotta get out.
Are they actually coming in?
Tennessee B plus, Commanders F, and that was the end of the list. Alrighty.
One thing before we wrap it up, like you said, JSN getting an extension, $168 million, 4 years, highest paid receiver in NFL history. That's all I got. Yeah, the reason why we went so fast at the end there is because there's a hell ton of recruits coming in, or not recruits, students that are coming here next semester.
The only team that we didn't get to cover, which sucks, is the Tennessee Titans, but we'll do a short on them later. But for us, this has been Corner Booth Sports free agency rankings. You guys have a great rest of your week.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and leave a
subscribe.
comment.
Always forget, like, I'm gonna
and don't
throw it
forget,
at your head.
we need to start sharing the video. We need views. We went on a little drought in March here. We lost our footing, and I want to grow this puppy to 1K subscribers by the end of the semester.